back with me, Miss Dita. Oke, by the way, teman-teman di sini pasti suka liburan kan ya? Kalau kalian liburan, pasti banyak sekali cerita saat kalian liburan. So, can you tell your story to your friends? Kamu bisa nggak menceritakan cerita tentang liburan kalian kepada teman kalian? Oke, you can. Tapi kalian bisa nggak sih cerita dengan struktur yang baik? Oke, jadi hari ini kita akan belajar tentang bagaimana bercerita dengan baik melalui recount text atau text recount. Sebelumnya, kalian pernah memikirkan gak sih? Do you ever thought if that story can be imaginative story? Kalian pernah berpikir gak sih bahwa cerita kalian tentang liburan itu bisa menjadi cerita imajinasi, sekedar imajinasi? Bisa nggak? Kalian pernah nggak baca teks tentang imajinasi? Do you ever read the story about the imagination or imaginative story? Okay, before we learn about that text, about recount text, and the subtheme is imaginative story, we will know about the learning objective today. Okay, our learning objective today, the first is student can identify the social function, text structure, and linguistic elements of recount text with the theme of imaginative story correctly. And then, student can analyze the content of the recount text based on the information contained in the imaginative story correctly. And the next, student can compose a recount text with the theme of imaginative story by paying attention to the text structure and appropriate linguistic elements. The last is student can present the recount text of their composition with confidence, oral and written form. So, the first one, we learn about what is the definition of recount text. So, recount text is type of an English text that retells some event or tell some event in the past. The purpose of recount text is to entertain or inform the reader. For the examples is, yesterday, I went to the beach with my family. And then, we played in the sun and swam in the sea. It was an amazing day. That is the example of recount text. Ya, itu dia sebuah contoh dari recount text. Tapi kalian tahu nggak sih apa sebenarnya fungsi recount text atau text recount? Do you know about the function of recount text? Okay, the first one is to give some information about the past experience. The second one is to entertain with the unique experience. And the third one or the last is to record some important events like history, biographical, and etc. And then, do you know about the structure of recount text? You can see in the mind mapping there are three generic structure of recount text. The first one is orientation. Then the next is series of event. The last one is reorientation. Okay, in orientation, we can know about the opening or the introduction of the event, such as who was involved and then when or where the accident occurred. Okay, this part is body of the text. It's contain about the series of sequential event about the experience of authors. In this part is the closing of the text, contain of the author message, author conclusion, and then impression or feeling of the author. For the example is, I'm feel happy after went to the beach. Okay, after we learn about the generic structure of the context, we continue to the next part is learn about the linguistic features of the context. The first one is the use of past tense. The use of past tense because the events being told are events that happen in the past. Past tense that function to express event or that happen in the past. Jadi, kalau kita ingin menceritakan sesuatu, kita harus menggunakan simple past tense. Jadi, seperti ini rumusnya. Jadi, kita harus pakai subjek dulu, baru verb diikuti verb 2. Contohnya, for the example is I run. Aku berlari. Run verb 2. The next one is using specific participant. The context is also closely related to specific participant. For the example is Borobudur Temple, and then Muara Angka, and then Kediri Waterfall, and others. The next one is using personal participant, as like I, my group, my family, my friends, and others. Usually, personal participants will appear in the orientation section as an introduction to the character in the story. And then the last is using adverb of time like yesterday, in a someday, and others. Okay, so that's all about the language features. The next part is we will learn about the type of recontext. Okay, the first one is personal recontext. This text is tells about a personal experience. For the example is my holiday went to the beach. The second one is factual recontext. This text is tell about a real or the history of some place or some information. For the example is biography of a hero. The third one is imaginative recount. This text usually a fictional story told us if it were real. Jadi, imaginative story ini biasanya menceritakan sebuah kejadian yang berasal dari imajinasi kita, seperti for the example, a journey to the dinosaur world. Jadi seperti perjalanan ke dunia dinosaurus. So, after we learn about the many types of the text, we will focus on the imaginative recontext. It is some example of imaginative recontext, being a Spider-Man. Okay, based on the text, please read it by yourself. And after this, you can know about the text that contain of the imagination or fictional or its called. Okay, now I have some jumble pictures and sentence. Your duty today is please make the picture and the story match, and then please write down in your